So it's Sunday the 25th of May. I've just been down to the corner bar in Benidorm to have a roast dinner. I do like my roast dinners there, very basic, but I do like just a normal basic English roast dinner. I had a cry this morning. I had a cry. I got up this morning, sat out with my cat, one of my cats, and I don't know, I just had a bit of a cry. Just sometimes it just hits me like that. It can, I can wake up in the morning and then just it hits me again, and I remember, and it makes me cry, and then I pull myself together and carry on. But yeah, we went to the corner bar, me and my husband, for some lunch, and we were just talking about the chemo that's coming up. And oh, for fuck's sake, Carlos, stop it! I'm not starting again. I am. It is what it is. This is. I'm not editing it. Carlos, it's my cat. He's just like everything's his, and he keeps rubbing his nose against. Yes, lovely. Oh, I must have to hold it. There we go, because he's not going to have any of it. Yeah. So I was sitting in the corner bar, and we were. My husband obviously does a lot of reading about. He knows all about the treatments, all about the type of cancer I've got. I found it hard to take it in. Don't know why. I've got this brain block. And he was just saying that he'd been reading quite a lot about people having a reaction either 3 weeks in, 8 weeks in to the type of chemo I'm having. And they have to go on steroids for it. And I just started to panic. So I did start to panic. And it was one of those weird situations, and then I just started to cry, and as I started to cry, the bloody Bette Midler song came on from the film Beaches, and then it made me worse because I find it hard to watch that film anyway, about that, those two best friends and the woman dies, and it just made me. I was completely embarrassing myself. I sat there with a roast dinner. The bloody corner bar was packed. I had tears pouring through my sunglasses, and I just couldn't finish the rest of my dinner. I don't know. It was awful. So yeah, it's funny. Just a song like that just set me off, because I know in the film the woman dies and stuff, and it just set me off. And I couldn't finish my roast, which is probably what I was more upset about. I just couldn't face it. But luckily I recovered, because I had the apple crumble and custard. I thought, I'm probably not going to have much of an appetite very, very soon. So I just thought, let's just make the most of it and just stuff my face with whatever I can do. You probably won't understand why I'm so worried about having chemo, but when I do my next couple of videos, you'll understand why chemo is going to be quite dangerous for me and for my heart. But I will explain that in another video. So if I'm seem over emotional about having chemo, it's not because I'm not like your average Joe. For me having it, there's going to be potential complications, and with my heart, and obviously it's scaring me a lot. So, but I'll go into that another time. It's Bank Holiday Monday. I had a bit of a meltdown this morning. I caught a glimpse of my long ponytail in the mirror, and it upset me. I think it's because I knew that tomorrow I'm going to have my hair cut, as I mentioned the other day. But I've been alright after that today. I was absolutely fine. And I was sitting laughing, watching something on YouTube. I was fine. And then it just hit me again like a ton of bricks. And I just broke down crying. I couldn't stop crying. That's why I look like shit. It's not a vanity thing about getting my hair cut tomorrow. What it is, it's knowing it's the next step. So even though I'm just sitting there having my hair cut into a bob, I know it's, that's because I can't bring myself to cut my hair, because for some stupid reason, I think that it won't really fall out. I don't know. So if I go for a safe bob, then if it doesn't fall out, which it will, then I'll be okay. I can still look a bit like me. But it just hit me, and I could not stop crying. And To be honest, I think it's because I am so fed up having to be strong, having to act like everything's fine. When I don't feel like everything's fine, I can pull it off for so long. I'm not sleeping very well at all, to be honest. I'm really struggling to sleep. I'm probably getting about 4 hours a night. Last night I felt dreadful because I'd had the vaccines on Friday. My joints started really aching again and I just felt horrible. And this morning I woke up and I felt really dizzy. I just didn't feel well. It took me a couple of hours to feel okay. But I still went out, still had to do the things we had to do today. Yeah, I'm just really tired, and I've got low. I mean, I have palpitations anyway because of my heart problems, but the palpitations have been all day, really thuddy, and I think it's because I'm really stressed about what's about to happen. And if I get stressed, I get more palpitations, and I haven't explained yet about my heart and as to why there's an issue with chemo, and I will, but I just want to keep this, as I've said, this vlog real and say that I've just been bawling my eyes out because it just hits me, and I sometimes think, I can't do this. I've had a really, really shit year leading up to this and I just cannot do it. I don't even know I'm going to have the strength to get through this. I don't know how my body's even going to get through it, to be honest. I think that's my biggest fear, the chemo. And yeah, I'm just not looking forward to having my hair cut tomorrow. I can't even get my roots done. Again, it's not a vanity thing, but fuck me, if you're going to lose your hair, can't you just do it in style? But no, I can't, because you can't put anything chemical in your hair. It's not going to, it's going to bloody fall out anyway. It would be a complete waste of €200 getting my hair done for it just to fall out in a few weeks' time. So yeah, I'm going to really try and be brave tomorrow and get my hair cut and not get upset. And if they let me, I'm going to film it because it's part of my journey and I think it's important. You know, every woman wants to try and look their best, even if they don't feel it. Getting your hair done helps. Tomorrow is a different thing for me. I don't really want to get it cut, but having it fall out when it's really long apparently is more distressing. So I thought if I just have it cut to about here, clinging onto it, it might be easier. I don't know. I really don't. I just don't know. I don't know. I've got lots of appointments this week. I've got blood tests on Wednesday morning. Blood test for my heart to see. It's like a marker test to see where my heart is. So when I have to have my other blood, when I start the chemo and they start doing more bloods for my heart to see what's happening to it. And I've also got to have blood tests on Wednesday morning for to see if I need to have a booster shingles one, which I really hope I don't, because my arm's still really painful and it's only just started to go down and it's made me feel like shit. And then in 11 o'clock, I've got an appointment with one of the cardiologists there, which I think is going to be a bit of a battle. So I'm not looking forward to it. Yeah, so, and then Friday I have an appointment with another cardiologist who I've been seeing for the last couple of years at Clinic Benidorm. Because my private insurance covers me to see consultants. It doesn't cover me for anything else, just to see consultants, have blood tests, have x-rays and that. And it's kind of like a second opinion because my heart problem is so unusual. It's really difficult. Like moving to Spain was a difficult decision for me because in England they know me and they know my history and I've seen the same people for a very long time. So moving here was quite scary, and having to trust new doctors with a very unusual heart condition has been, you know, quite scary. So I do trust my Clinic Benidorm heart consultant. And he did say that if I needed any help or advice or just reassurance, that I could go and see him. And I felt that that was the time, after something didn't go quite according to plan last week, one of my appointments with a heart consultant at Villariosa. I just need to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, and that they're doing the right thing for me without knowing. I mean, they know my history because I've given it to them, but, if someone wants to do something to you that you're not happy about, you have to be prepared to stand up for yourself, instead of break down crying like I did last week. So my husband's coming with me on Wednesday with the interpreter because I had nobody last week because I wasn't expecting the appointment with him and it didn't go the way I wanted, but I will explain that probably tomorrow morning. I've said before, I'm dealing with two problems. I'm dealing with a heart issue that's quite unusual, and obviously I've got breast cancer. And at the beginning of this, I never thought the two would intertwine. I didn't think anything of it, and it makes a huge difference if you're having chemo and you've got an issue with your heart. I had no idea at all. So I think it's been 7 weeks since I found out, and I think I'm finally starting to break. The anticipation of knowing what's coming. I know that my oncologist isn't rushing the treatment because she wants to make sure it's the right one and it's done the right way and that everyone's in agreement, in case it goes terribly wrong. And I think waiting and waiting and waiting is just getting harder and harder for me. The anxiety is building up. I've started taking my anxiety tablets again in the morning because I have to be able to leave the house, I have to be able to go to appointments, I have to be able to do this, which I explained to my local doctor, and he was in agreement with me, because otherwise I will just, with my anxiety, I will just close down and start panicking and not be able to do anything. I'm going to go and have a bath now and just listen to my audiobook. I'm listening to a really happy one at the moment, Amityville, one of my favourite horror films, but I've got it on audiobook because you can't get it on paperback here in Spain. So a nice happy book to listen to in the bath. It takes my mind off what's going on. And then I'm going to bugger off and watch the soaps, and hopefully that takes my mind off things for a little while as well. And I really want to sleep tonight. Last night of my longish hair, and it really isn't a vanity thing. I think all women feel the same. Your hair is you, and it makes you feel you. And I know millions of women go through this. And I'm sure we all feel the same. If anyone's going to say, yeah, I don't mind losing all my hair and going bald. Maybe there are some women that think that, but, I'm not really looking forward to it because I'm already going to look really ill anyway. But, and I know it's to save my life, and I understand that. I really do. But I don't think it's going to be easy for me tomorrow, and I'm going to try and be as brave as I can and be as positive as I can about it. But we'll see tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. And I think it's more about, for me, that this isn't about so much getting my hair cut, because anyone could just get their hair cut. It's about knowing that it's another step to the next big move or the next big step, which I've been joking about for weeks and weeks, about losing my hair, making jokes about it and, being flippant. But I think because time's coming up now, it's suddenly not funny, and I'm not joking about it. For the last couple of days, it's not funny. Actually, apart from today, I bought a headscarf in Rossmann, and I was buggering around with this headscarf because I've got to wear a mask as well. And I put this, you can wear this headscarf like 8 different ways. I will like put the picture up in a second. You can wear it lots of different ways. So I was taking the piss out myself, stuck it on, and you can have it as a headscarf and a mask at the same time. And I looked like I was wearing a burqa, and it did look quite funny. So yeah, and I sent it to some friends and family, just trying to make a joke of it again, because that's what I'm trying to do, trying to, not be so negative about it. So maybe everyone thinks I'm fine, but I'm not. I'm not fine. Yeah, see how it goes tomorrow with my new look, which is going to probably last a few weeks. But yeah, I'm not going for the big brave shave. I'm not that brave. I can try to be, but it's not going to work for me. So I'm off shortly to get my hair cut. I'm actually not in a bad mood today. I feel all right. I was just like looking at some old pictures when I hair from about 25 years ago when I had my hair quite short. So yeah, today's the day. Going to go and get my hair chopped to about here. It's the best I can do. Not having it shaved, not having it cut short. I just don't suit it. Which is quite a joke really, because I'm going to have no hair in a few weeks' time. But you can't see, I've got my favourite new dress on today. You won't be able to see it. So I thought I'd dress up for the occasion, make myself feel a bit better. I'm meeting Michelle. She's having her hair done at the hairdresser's now. And I'm going to meet her for a coffee after, and then we're going to go back and going to have my hair cut. So yeah, see you later.